In a developing story, the Greenwood Cultural Center has certified their first descendant of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre.
Fox 23's Paris Rain joins us live in studio after talking to that descendant. Paris, you also learned how the process works.
That's right, Nathan and Shay. I learned that this process was a community initiative to protect the lineage of families in Tulsa and to protect the history and culture of Greenwood. The descendant I spoke with says things like this are important because you should know where you come from.
This is about restorative genealogy. This is validating their history, their family stories.
Michelle Burdex is the program coordinator for Greenwood Cultural Center. She says certifying Race Massacre descendants is a partnership between the Greenwood Cultural Center and the Deep-Greenwood-Foundation.
So it is for them a way to claim their history and to be able to show that they are actually descendants. And when we talk about reparations, and there's still hope that reparations will come.
Michelle says they use basic documents like birth certificates, your name, your parents' or grandparents' name, and obituaries to get the ball rolling.
We are relying on the research that Eddie Faye Gates did during her work with the Tulsa Race Riot Commission. She was able to identify 118 survivors, and she had a very detailed and thorough process.
While the certificate carries no legal authority, it identifies those who are descendants and who could be eligible for possible reparations related to the historic tragedy.
I hope the community feels that their stories have not been forgotten, that the history is still being written, the history is still being told.
One of those stories is the first certified descendant, Nathaniel Nash.
I always want to know who my people is. I guess everybody else should want to know who their people were.
Their ancestor, Ruth Dean Nash, was a survivor who was verified, identified by Eddie Faye Gates. She's featured in our survivors gallery. So for her child, it would be as simple as providing documentation that connects them to Ruth Nash.
Make me feel real good. And I know it'd make my mother feel good if she was still there.
Nash says he was inspired by his daughter and niece to complete the application and start the process.
Well, it didn't take long at all because we already had all the information.
While the tragedy was a load to carry for his mom and many others, he says he has hopes something can still be done for those who are descendants.
We can get some back for what they took from us years ago. They said the insurance didn't give them a dime.
The center tells me they are working on a Gathering Greenwood exhibit, and it will combine and collect all the stories and oral histories of survivors and descendants so future generations can know what happened and don't have to struggle to do the work that they have been doing for years. Live in studio covering news that matters, I'm Paris Rain, Fox 23 News.
If you'd like to try to be certified as a Tulsa Massacre descendant, we have that information in this story on fox23.com. And this Sunday, the Deep-Greenwood-Foundation is hosting a Greenwood Descendants family reunion at the Greenwood Cultural Center. They'll have games, music, and food. The event is free and starts at 4 Sunday afternoon. They ask you to bring a copy of your family tree if you have it.